Hello. Welcome to week 8 of Reasons to Hope. Can you believe that we've been writing the book of hope together now for 8 weeks? If you're just now joining us, what we're doing is taking a moment each day to write down our daily 5. So that's 5 gratitudes or 5 things that are giving us reason to hope today. And then we get together every Monday on Instagram Live at 3 o'clock and we talk about what's giving us reason to hope. So if you've just joined us, I see you, Holden Rhodes. I see you, Tracy. Thanks so much for being here. I'd love for you to drop in the chat something that's giving you reason to hope today so we can share with each other. Because y'all, times are tough right now. And whether you're dealing with winter storms or concerns of COVID, there's a lot of suffering happening in the world, and we're all really having to grapple with what that means. And so as I've been thinking through that, I've been wondering, is gratitude even the appropriate response in times like this? How are we supposed to find reasons to hope and find things to be grateful for when so much of the world around us seems to be in crisis? So I did a little bit of research and I looked to Dr. Robert Emmons, who's hopefully going to become my new BFF because he's done all this incredible work studying gratitude in all circumstances. And I would love to talk to him someday. So that's just a little putting it out into the universe. What he said about crisis, gratitude in crisis, in his findings, basically he said, not only will a grateful attitude help, but it's essential. In fact, it's precisely under crisis conditions when we have the most to gain by having a grateful perspective on life. He says, this is really beautiful. In the face of demoralization, gratitude has the power to energize. In the face of brokenness, gratitude has the power to heal. In the face of despair, gratitude has the power to bring hope. That's our word. In other words, gratitude can help us cope with hard times. So I was thinking a little bit more like, how do we put that into practice? Like, when has gratitude really helped me cope with a difficult time or help somebody that I know? And one thing I remembered was this woman, Brittany, who I got to talk with this fall, and she had gone through a really difficult circumstance where she lost her husband after their first year of marriage unexpectedly, and they were very young. She was about 27, and you can read her amazing story on rootandvinenews.com. It's right now, if you click on the homepage, you'll go ahead and then there will be a link through there. But basically, Brittany's a Christian, and her perspective on gratitude in grief is really powerful because she leans into the verse 1 Thessalonians 5:18, where it says, be grateful in everything, for this is the will of Christ. So what Brittany shared with me was, look, I don't have to be grateful that I lost my husband. It doesn't say be grateful for everything, but it says be grateful in everything. And so what Brittany did was she ended up hiking the entire Appalachian Trail, and that's a whole nother story, which you can read about on Root and Vine, and we have a podcast coming out where I get to talk with Brittany, and so you'll get to meet her, and hopefully she'll be on Reasons to Hope coming up soon. But what Brittany taught me about gratitude was that she pointed out the difference between, being grateful for things and being grateful in the midst of circumstances, in spite of. And also, again, going back to Dr. Emmons' research at UC Berkeley, he talks about that too. He talks about the difference between feeling grateful and being grateful. So while right now we might not find a lot of reason to feel hopeful, we can also look to gratitude as a way to sort of train our brains. He said there's actually a psychological immune response, so you can train your brain to be more resilient. And so that actually led me to think about, what are the things I've gone through in my life that I can look back on and think, man, I can't believe I made it through that, and here's what I learned, and here's why it's made me into who I am today. What are those moments of transformation that you can't even imagine getting through when you're faced with them, but then when you look back, you have all of this perspective and you're able to help other people when they face similar circumstances. So this week, what I would really love for us to do is start to think about the hard times. Think about, not to be dwelling in despair, not to be focusing on the bad, but to remember the bad and to remember moments that we have undergone extreme pain or sorrow and we've actually come through that. And so I think that in sharing those with each other, we actually find ways to cope with situations that we're in. And that's what we're here for in writing the Book of Hope together, is to really share from our hearts what we're going through, not to say I'm grateful for this or that and put a list of 5 things every day and just forget about it, but to actually get real and get to the heart of the matter. What really does give us reason to hope? So I'm so thankful. I see you holding your reason to hope this week as your mom. She's been your absolute rock and means so much to you, especially in the last week. That's so beautiful. That's so like family. Just think how simple those family connections are that we can so easily take for granted, the people around us, but just giving that shout out, and just saying, my mom is my rock right now, and she's giving me reason to hope. It's reminding me of the people in my life who give me reason to hope, including my cat who's about to come into this Instagram live. So I just want to invite you this week to really consider what a warrior you are, how resilient you are. Think of the things that you have gone through and the ways in which you have really transformed your life, and the people who have helped you get to where you are today. And just remember that there is all of this resilience available to us the more that we practice this daily 5, writing down our daily 5, sharing with each other our reasons to hope. If you're just getting started with us, you can find everything you need at rootandvinenews.com. Anytime you want to share your reasons to hope throughout the week, this is available to you. This video goes up directly afterwards. Every Monday, we are here at 3 o'clock Eastern time together, and we invite you to always comment on these videos to continue sharing the reasons to hope so that people are encouraged, because what you know and what you've experienced could be what gets somebody through today. I mean, it's that powerful. So that's what we're here for. I want to close with a poem, and I also want to remind you that as an artist and a musician, for me, music is a very powerful way that I can work through difficult times in my life. And so what we've done here is create a Reasons to Hope playlist on Spotify, based on songs that you have all suggested to us, about songs that have gotten you through, songs that give you reasons to hope. So continue to send those requests in. We're continuing to build this really beautiful playlist. You can find the link to that at rootandvinenews.com as well. I'm going to close out with this poem that I love by W.S. Merwin. He was our poet laureate, and he died, I think, 3 years ago. But his work is just beautiful. This is called Thank You. Listen, with the night falling, we are saying thank you. We are stopping on the bridges to bow from the railings. We are running out of the glass rooms with our mouths full of food to look at the sky and say thank you. We are standing by the water, thanking it. Standing by the windows, looking out in our directions. Back from a series of hospitals, back from a mugging, after funerals, we are saying thank you. After the news of the dead, whether or not we knew them, we are saying thank you. Over telephones, we are saying thank you. In doorways and in the backs of cars and in elevators, remembering wars and the police at the door and the beatings on stairs, we are saying thank you. In the banks, we are saying thank you. In the faces of the officials and the rich and of all who will never change, we go on saying thank you, thank you. With the animals dying around us, taking our feelings, we are saying thank you. With the forest falling faster than the minutes of our lives, we are saying thank you. With the words going out like cells of a brain, with the cities growing over us, we are saying thank you. Faster and faster, with nobody listening, we are saying thank you. Thank you, we are saying and waving, dark though it is. And I am saying thank you for being here, and I will see you next Monday, 3 o'clock. And in between now and then, let us share what is giving us reasons to hope. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful week.